Okay guys, so today we're just going to very briefly go over how you can check your control sheet on a daily basis to keep track of your breads, to keep track of your cash, meaning that you're saving yourself time on a Tuesday night because you're not having to go through 7 days of mistakes. This is, by checking these today, we can correct the mistakes before they get out of hand. So if we just go to the till now, we'll talk you through it. Okay, so just the same as you do on a Tuesday night, we're just clocking in the restaurant functions, operations, control sheet, the exact same one that we print out on a Tuesday night. We'll let this load and then we'll print it out and I'll talk you through what we want to be looking at. Okay, so now that we have our freshly printed control sheet, we can have a look. So the first thing we want to be checking is that closes and opens match. So where are we? Closing, does the closing match the open? And it does for both of the days. So then we can go and look at our money, our deposit in bank, and are we over or short? Both of these days we're actually a pound over, so we don't have to worry too much about that. What we want to check about then is our breads, exactly the same. We're looking at the left, how many are left, and does it match the open? Because if these are wrong, then your whole readings are going to be wrong for the entire day. So that's fine. Again, those match. So now we go down and we're looking at our over and shorts. So both of these days we have 23, 24 breads missing, and we can look down here. It is the bread that's missing here, and other is missing on the next day. So other includes your wraps, your ciabattas. So first thing we want to do, have deliveries been entered? Delivery transactions, this column. No deliveries on the Wednesday, and there is a delivery on the Thursday, so that's correct. So we're looking, we still have 23 bread missing. Credits, the credits section is how much you have wasted. So for both days, there's 0 waste. So what we want to then check is there 23 breads recorded as waste for each of these days? Because if there is, then we don't have a variance. If there isn't, then we need to look into, is there a miscount? So we'll go and check the wastage record and see how that matches up. Okay, so if we take ourselves over to the waste record, it's good to see in Kohanam that it is being filled out correctly. If we look at the Wednesday, there is breads recorded for waste, and the Thursday there is bread and ciabatta recorded for waste. So if we enter that into the system on a daily basis instead of waiting until Tuesday, again, you're keeping track of everything on a day-to-day basis, and if we can tighten up on one day at a time, it's going to help keep things right throughout the entire week, and will make life on a Tuesday night a whole lot easier. So we'll enter these into the till, then I'll reprint the control sheet and we'll have a look at what our variances are. Okay, now that we've entered the wastage into the POS, we can get a much more accurate reading of our newest and latest version of the control sheet. So we can see the credit section now has waste entered, 21 and 24, and we can see that our breads, our over and short breads are looking a lot healthier at minus 2.67 and minus 2. That can be a little bit of misrecording, could be a burnt bread, but it looks a whole lot healthier than minus 27 or minus 23 that it was before. So if you set 10 minutes aside at the start of a shift to print out a control sheet every day and double check things like this, to enter your waste on a daily basis instead of on a Tuesday night, then you're keeping on top of it throughout the entire week and everything isn't building up on a Tuesday, which is taking more time out of your counts, which is adding to your labour where you might have overlap, and it's just adding a whole lot of unnecessary work and stress to a Tuesday night that can be spread out nicely over the week and keeps giving you a nice accurate reading throughout the whole week.
Small improvements to practice like this are tools that you can use to help improve your team. It's going to improve your own practice because you're going to get used to reading the control sheet on a daily basis, making Tuesday nights easier, but it also allows you to identify if staff members are consistently entering things wrong, if waste isn't being recorded correctly. Little tweaks to performance like this have massive benefits in the long term.